with your family, it's a long-term process. And there are people, your father's generation, your generation, and the next generation. It's a long-term process, and you have to look out for each other.
Hello everyone, and welcome back to the channel where the secrets of the British monarchy unfold like a gripping novel, one written in centuries of duty, scandal, and destiny. Today, we're diving into a revelation so profound that it has sent ripples through royal circles and stirred up debates among historians, insiders, and royal fans across the globe. At first glance, it might seem like just another family move, a prince and princess trading one royal residence for another. But when Prince William and Princess Catherine left their Kensington Palace life behind, and more recently, settled into Windsor's Forest Lodge, this was not just about school runs, or escaping the London spotlight. No, my friends, this was something far greater. What if this move was part of a hidden directive, a sacred mandate whispered down from the late Queen Elizabeth II and Prince Philip themselves? A carefully orchestrated plan, not written into the constitutional laws of succession, but carried in private letters, in family conversations, in sacred vows. And who is revealing this truth now? None other than Princess Anne, the royal family's unsung warrior, the truth-teller, the iron pillar of the crown. Her disclosure has pulled back the curtain on a secret that could reshape how we view William and Catherine, not merely as heirs-in-waiting, but as the chosen stewards of the monarchy's very soul. So sit back, royal watchers, hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't, and prepare for a journey into the corridors of Windsor, Balmoral, and Sandringham, where history, faith, and family collide in a story almost too incredible to believe. Let's begin with what we all saw, the Wales family's quiet relocation. In the summer of 2022, William and Catherine packed their bags at Kensington Palace, a grand home steeped in history, and opted instead for Adelaide Cottage, a much smaller retreat within Windsor Great Park. At the time, this move was explained as a way to give their children, Prince George, Princess Charlotte, and little Prince Louis, a quieter upbringing, closer to Lambrook School, and far from the ceaseless London cameras. Now, palace insiders confirm that the family has relocated again, this time to Forest Lodge, an 8-bedroom residence nestled in the same Windsor estate. Unlike Adelaide Cottage, this house has the permanence, privacy, and stature of a true family base. But here's the twist, this wasn't just about logistics. The Waleses are personally funding renovations, refusing taxpayer support, and choosing to live without live-in staff, an astonishing break from royal tradition. This ordinary household is extraordinary precisely because it aligns with something greater, the hidden mandate of Queen Elizabeth and Prince Philip. Enter Princess Anne, the monarchy's most dutiful workhorse. At 75, she continues to outpace younger royals in engagements, charity visits, and investitures. She is blunt, practical, and famously allergic to nonsense. For decades, she has been the monarchy's steel backbone, never chasing the spotlight, yet carrying more than her share of the burden. But recently, Anne has been speaking with unusual candor. In a snippet shared through palace channels, she expressed frustration that William, despite living near Windsor, hadn't been shouldering more of the bread and butter duties like investitures at Windsor Castle. At first, this sounded like a gentle scolding, but according to those close to Anne, there's a deeper meaning. Anne wasn't simply complaining, she was laying the groundwork for something bigger. She revealed to a circle of trusted aides and family members that her parents, Queen Elizabeth II and Prince Philip, had long ago delivered a mandate, a private, heartfelt directive, a vision for the future monarchy that pointed directly to William and Catherine. This wasn't a law written into the Act of Settlement, or the coronation oath. No, this was something far more intimate, almost spiritual. According to Anne's disclosure, the Queen and Philip quietly told her, and perhaps a few others, that they saw William and Catherine as not just heirs, but as the divinely inspired choice for the crown's next great chapter. Imagine the setting, Balmoral evenings by the fire, long walks through the gardens of Sandringham. These were the moments when the Queen, deeply devout in her Anglican faith, and Philip, pragmatic yet strategic, spoke of the monarchy's future. They saw in William and Catherine not just lineage, but character, the balance of tradition and modernity, the strength to withstand storms, the humility to relate to ordinary people. The marriage, the partnership itself, was considered by the Queen as the blessing from above. And Forest Lodge. This wasn't a random real estate choice. This was step 1 in the Queen and Philip's coronation blueprint. To understand the weight of this, let's step back into history. Windsor has always been the monarchy's sanctuary. George VI, Elizabeth's father, found peace there during the dark years of World War II. Queen Victoria retreated there to mourn Prince Albert, and Queen Elizabeth herself increasingly spent her later years at Windsor Castle rather than Buckingham Palace, making Windsor the monarchy's beating heart. For William and Catherine, Windsor isn't just convenient. It's symbolic. It anchors them in the same soil where the monarchy has weathered its gravest challenges. It places them close to the memory of Elizabeth and Philip, both of whom ended their lives with Windsor as their chosen home. By choosing Forest Lodge, William and Catherine are fulfilling not only a logistical move but also a spiritual mandate to root the monarchy in Windsor, not in the spectacle of London. William's childhood was scarred by his parents' bitter divorce, followed by the devastating loss of his mother, Princess Diana, in 1997. Catherine has endured relentless press intrusion, criticism, and more recently, speculation over her health. Together, they've had to weather storms ranging from Harry and Meghan's very public fallout with the family to the painful deaths of both Philip in 2021 and the Queen in 2022. And yet, through it all, they've emerged as a unit, resilient, steady, and determined. The Queen saw this, Philip saw this, and now Anne has confirmed it. The hidden mandate was as much a vote of confidence as it was a strategic blueprint. We cannot ignore Prince Philip's role. For all his bluntness and controversies, Philip was the monarchy's strategist-in-chief. He modernized the institution in the 20th century, often pushing Elizabeth to adapt. He raised and to embody his no-nonsense ethos, and mentored William with a quiet intensity. Insiders recall that Philip advised William during critical moments, such as the 2019 household split from Harry and Meghan, urging him to think long-term, to prioritize the crown over personal drama. Anne's revelation suggests Philip co-authored the mandate alongside Elizabeth. He believed William and Catherine were the monarchy's best chance at survival in the 21st century. Self-funded homes, no bloated staff, a relatable, resilient family. These were Philip's values, and Forest Lodge reflects them perfectly. So what does this blueprint actually look like? According to palace insiders, it involves several key pillars. Privacy and family stability. Forest Lodge, with its secluded setting, ensures the Wales children can grow up with normalcy. No palace goldfish bowl. No constant press intrusion. Self-reliance, by funding their own renovations and rejecting taxpayer money, William and Catherine demonstrate financial accountability. Streamlined monarchy, no live-in staff, fewer extravagances. Streamlined monarchy, no live-in staff, fewer extravagances. This reflects Philip's ethos of discipline and efficiency. Modern relevance. William's Earthshot Prize, Catherine's early childhood initiatives, their advocacy on mental health and homelessness, all of this aligns with the Queen's vision for a monarchy that matters in today's world. Visibility, with tradition. Here's where Anne's nudge comes in. William must balance modernity with traditional duties like investitures. The monarchy cannot be too casual. Its ceremonial backbone must endure. In essence, the blueprint ensures that when Charles's reign eventually gives way, the transition to William and Catherine will feel seamless, authentic, and inevitable. Of course, this path is not without risk. Some critics argue that by rejecting grandeur, William and Catherine may strip the monarchy of the mystique that sets it apart. After all, Buckingham Palace and Windsor Castle aren't just homes, they are symbols of power. Others see Anne's comments as subtle criticism, a sign that even within the family, there are questions about whether William is stepping up fast enough. But supporters counter that the monarchy has survived precisely because it adapts. Queen Victoria redefined it around family. George VI redefined it around wartime duty. Elizabeth II redefined it around faith and service. Now William and Catherine are poised to redefine it around relatability and authenticity. The move to Forest Lodge is not just a change of address. It's the opening chapter in a new royal era, one envisioned by the Queen and Philip, confirmed by Anne, and now unfolding before our eyes. This isn't revolution, it's evolution. A monarchy that balances tradition with modern expectations. One that is majestic without being aloof, authoritative without being extravagant. And at the center of it all are William and Catherine, two people who have endured loss, scrutiny, and pressure, but who now carry the crown's hopes as its future king and queen. Does Princess Anne's revelation about the hidden mandate prove that William and Catherine are destined not just by law, but by divine decree? Does the move to Forest Lodge mark the beginning of a monarchy that is finally in step with the people? Or does this shift risk diluting centuries of tradition, replacing grandeur with simplicity, at the cost of the crown's mystique? And what of Catherine's role? Has she, through grace and quiet resilience, become the queen consort the monarchy desperately needs? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. We want to hear your perspectives. And as always, like, share, and subscribe so you don't miss the next chapter in this unfolding royal saga. Because if there's one thing the monarchy teaches us, it's this: the story is never over. Each generation writes a new page. And right now, William and Catherine are beginning theirs, at Forest Lodge, under the shadow of Windsor, and with the hidden mandate of Elizabeth and Philip guiding their every step. Stay tuned, royal watchers. The crown's destiny is unfolding before our very eyes. We cannot discuss this hidden mandate without addressing the elephant in the throne room, King Charles III. For all of Anne's revelations, for all the whispers about Elizabeth and Philip's sacred directive, the reality is this: Charles is still king. His reign, though already defined by health challenges and a shorter timeline than his mother's, cannot simply be brushed aside. So how does the mandate fit with Charles's reign? Sources close to the palace suggest that the Queen and Philip's vision wasn't about undermining Charles. Quite the opposite. It was about supporting him, ensuring that when the crown passes on, the monarchy is stronger, not weaker. Remember, Charles himself has long championed a slimmed-down monarchy. He has spoken of reducing the number of working royals, of focusing on fewer, more visible figures who carry the weight of tradition into the future. In this sense, the mandate dovetails perfectly with his philosophy. By quietly positioning William and Catherine as the monarchy's relatable face, Charles ensures continuity. But there's also a whisper of tension here. Anne's candid comments about William needing to take on more duties suggest that Charles may not be fully satisfied with the pace at which his son is stepping up. And if Anne, the family's hardest working royal, feels this impatience, what does that say about the private conversations happening behind palace walls? There's also a deeper historical echo here. Consider Edward VIII, who abdicated in 1936, plunging the crown into crisis. His brother, George VI, Elizabeth's father, was never meant to be king, but rose to the occasion, redefining the monarchy in its darkest hour. Could the hidden mandate be Elizabeth and Philip's way of preventing another crisis of uncertainty? By blessing William and Catherine, they ensured that the monarchy's next chapter would be secure, stable, and widely accepted by the public, something Edward VIII's abdication nearly destroyed.